Okay. Hey, Donna. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Larry, did you see what I'm wearing?
I did.
You forgot I had a gold medal, didn't you?
I did.
Oops, I shut my thing up. Okay. It means put it on my personal page, too, let people know it's
Make sure you're
going
talking to
on.
your microphone, Rob.
Well, I can't. I'm just mumbling right now. Hang on.
Hey, Joanne. Thanks for joining us. We were just in Massachusetts for a hot minute last week.
Yeah, we were through New England in a hot minute. We were waving to a lot of you.
And we're going to get going in just a minute as soon as Robin says she's ready.
I'm almost ready.
Hey, Stephen and Vicky. Nice to see you here.
There was just so much going on today. It was like crazy. Here it is. Number 30, live stream 125, actually. For those of you counting.
Hey, Lynn. Hey, Marianne.
All
Thanks
right,
for joining.
shut this down. It was funny because I was missing piano. I mean, I love doing the shows, but, I was missing our peeps. Okay. Now I got to switch profiles. This is just all the technology.
And it's 9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock. Okay. I'm almost there. Lots of moving parts.
Hey, Leonard. Hey, Marcia. Hey, Peter. Thank you all for joining us. We're just about to get started. Are you ready?
Larry.
What's the matter?
All right, hang on. Okay, wait. I see it. I'm getting there. All right, so I see YouTube. We're good. All right, why don't you write something on YouTube and welcome the folks. I see there's 5 on there. This is going to be a fun live stream. I had a really good time putting this together. Okay. All right, Lair. Gosh, where are my glasses? Well, it's too late now. Electrician was here and we moved everything. Oh, here they are.
Whenever you're ready, Rob.
Do you see the condition of the piano at the moment? Could you just hang on? Oh my God.
Well,
Sorry,
folks,
people.
I was ready. Just saying.
All right, well, electrician was here and it just made a mess. Hang on. Okay.
I'm ready when you are. I'll give you the intro.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. No more anticipation.
Hello, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 30 of Robin's Piano Bar, where the drinks and the food are virtual, but the piano playing is real. I'm your host, Larry Cosson, streaming live to you from York County, Pennsylvania, on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch TV. Tonight's episode is celebrating the Olympics. And now, please welcome to her own home, our favorite piano gal, Robin Spielberg. Gotta wait for the applause to die down there, Robin.
Woo! You gotta tell me if they die down. I don't have
I don't.
They dying down? Thunderous applause. Hello, everybody. So nice to be here. Missed you loads this last week. Do you notice that's I'm wearing my gold medal? No, I was not in the Olympics. Isn't that what they do? They bite it to make sure it's real gold.
Yeah, they do bite it.
This gold medal, Larry, do you remember
Don't
what this
you
one
bite
says?
it.
My gold medal?
No, I don't know what it says.
How could you not know these things? Are we married? Okay, this says... All right, never mind. I have to look at it, too. This one says, Reader's Favorite Book Award Winner. And my memoir, Naked on the Bench, My Adventures in Pianoland, actually won the top prize in the memoir category when it came out. from Kirkus Reviews. And
That's right.
got a Reader's Choice Book Award. So I'm wearing gold today to celebrate the Olympics. And have you been watching? I love the Olympics. The Olympics always make me cry because it's just all that trying and, the struggle, the agony of defeat. My dad used to go, like, hopping around the living room. What are you doing? He's like, the agony of defeat. Brum-bum. All right, let's get in the mood for that. Do you remember when they tried to change the theme? People went nuts. Wait, we have to do this part. Okay, you get the idea. So that's the Olympic theme, and it has been for a very long time. There was one year where they changed the music. Maybe they weren't getting the licensing rights or something to it, and everyone went nuts. And the next year, this was back. It's very catchy. It could be kind of like an earworm. So we were away this last week, and we saw some of you in real life. It was pretty great.
In fact, Karen and Steve are here. Hi, Karen and Steve.
Yes, Karen and Steve. You might notice we have something special here. I'll share with the viewers a little later. But this music box, they handed to me in person, which was so special. And it's really beautiful. And so, yeah, I got to see them. Got to see Frank from the Piano World Forum, a friend from middle school, Lee, when I was in Maine. We saw our friends from New Hampshire that time for breakfast. We saw my friend Alyssa and her husband Dan. Right? One night for dinner. We ran into a lot of people. It was pretty great. And a few of you showed up, which was, thank you so much. Small but appreciative audiences, right, as we slowly come back. And it was really great to be, live in person and have that exchange. At the same time, I was thinking about all of you while I was not live streaming. All right, so tonight's theme is the Olympics. I've been tuning in. I try to tune in on the internet and watch all the things that NBC is not showing, like table tennis, one of my favorites. Man, that was an unbelievable match. And did you know divers, but there's no water? You know what I mean? They're doing all the things the divers do, flipping around, but there's no water. They're just bouncing up. It's incredible. So, first one I'm going to do. Whoops! Oh my gosh.
Are you okay over there, Rob?
I'm a little discombobulated, to tell you the truth. We moved things around. We had an electrician in the house. I had to move everything the way from how I had it set. So
Yeah, Fran, I know that you can barely hear Rob, and I keep telling her to talk into the microphone.
I'm talking into the mic. Maybe we need a mic that's more like picks up on the sides.
Right.
Gosh, complaining already.
A lot of people are complaining
okay,
already.
Whistle
tonight.
down the wind. All right, because I'm doing this one because this one has the word torch in it. All right, you can't have Olympics without lighting that torch. So here we go. This is by Andrew Lloyd Webber. So as you know, we always have, people getting scores in the Olympics, right? So, good excuse to play from a chorus line. Dance 10, looks 3. Definitely a show-stopping number in a chorus line. Dance 10, looks 3. That actress talks about her journey to becoming, getting roles that had nothing to do with her dancing.
Let's leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that.
Still family
that
hour.
happens.
We're in prime time.
We're in prime time. Hi, Stephen, Joanne, Deborah. Nice to see you. Yeah, we have a nice kind of a breezy day here. It's not too humid in Pennsylvania, so that's super nice. So you might know that today the second single from the upcoming album dropped. That's what we say in the music biz. We don't say you can listen now or the single came out. We say, my single dropped. That's the lingo, which means it's on all the streaming services. And I provided a link on Facebook. If you can take a look there later, you can listen to I Don't Know How to Love Him, which was made a big hit by Helen Reddy. I mean, it's from the Andrew Lloyd Webber musical, Jesus Christ Superstar, but Helen Reddy made a hit out of it. I think another singer. Not sure. Not Anne Murray. Somebody else. Someone else. Oh, Olivia Newton-John, I think, sang it. And so I recorded it, and that's our second single. The first one was The Impossible Dream. Came out last Friday while we were away. And I'll be playing that on this live stream. Yes, I will. But first, from the musical Annie Get Your Gun, I think we have like shooting competitions in the Olympics, right?
Absolutely.
This is one-upmanship in song.
In
Danny
fact,
and Frank arguing about who can do what better. Whether they can shoot, they can jump, they can do all kinds of things better than one another.
I think a female American won one of the shooting competitions.
Really?
She
You
medaled. I'm pretty
Larry,
sure she
I
won.
have to say, while we were away towards the beginning of our trip, and some of you might have seen this on Facebook. I might have posted it. Larry, we're married 26 years. We just celebrated our 26th wedding anniversary. He had this hidden skill, this crazy skill he didn't even know about.
I should be in the Olympics.
You should have been in the Olympics. I didn't know about. Nobody knew about it. So we're at the Mohonk Mountain House, and it's a very outdoorsy kind of place. Like if you go there, you better like the outdoors because it's hiking and doing things on the lake. It's all about nature and being outside and all of that. So we saw a concert outside. We went kayaking. We went rock climbing, and there's an activity sheet of all the things they're doing. And every time I go there, I say, let's try something new. Let's do something we've never done before. So we get this activity sheet, and what's on it? Tomahawk throwing and archery. And at first I had to ask Larry what a tomahawk was. He said, it's kind of like an axe, right?
Sometimes referred to as a hatchet.
Throw it at the target. I'm like, how hard can it be? I've got great aim. I used to play baseball, softball. So we go over there. And they only take a certain number of people. I think it was 12, right? And they go over all the safety, the protocols, the whole thing. You can go. You go in order, so you don't throw anything at anyone. And there are these targets, and we get a demonstration. It doesn't look very difficult. All right, so everyone is throwing this tomahawk, and you have to get it to spin. It kind of makes a few rotations.
It's physics.
And then it's physics, he says. And then it hits the what do you call it? The target. Right.
It's a block
of wood.
So
everyone is throwing these things, and it's just like the guy demonstrating it, he does it like it's nothing. I try, and it just kind of goes, wah, wah, like just falls right off the target. It just, hits the wall. Like as if you were just throwing a book at a wall. That's what it looked like. Everyone was throwing like books at this target, and it was doing what you would expect a book to do. Except for Larry. He just kind of got up. He's never thrown one of these things before. And he just goes, nailed it. All right. So we thought maybe it was beginner's luck. But then every time it was his turn, you got 2 turns each time. Every time, bam, bam, right in the target. We said,
right in the center of the target.
The center. And we were saying, what's your secret? And what did you say?
Physics.
Physics, which was not helpful. It was not a helpful hint. Okay? He just was able to do it. Well, soon a crowd gathers.
Right.
We get this little crowd start gathering. I bow out as I say, I do have a show tonight. I don't think throwing this thing is probably great for my arm. Right. So I tried it a few times. I was done, and I just kind of watched the star of the show. And this crowd gathers, and they're just cheering him on. Like, why even bother? No idea. So we were all different kinds of people come to this resort, and there was a woman there from France, and she said, I can't really imitate her accent. It was charming. And she said, well, obviously he knows how to throw tomahawk. He can provide for his family. You must marry him immediately.
Right.
That's right. I said, well, you've won the contest, Larry. You have my hand.
The test, 26 years ago.
Right. I'm glad, but anyway, you have the skills. I'm glad if we're ever out in the wild, it's just something you know how to do. It'll make me feel a whole lot better.
Now, I don't know.
Out in the wild.
I don't know about a moving target. This target that was standing still, not a problem. If I had to actually hit a moving target.
Humble. I think you should be wearing this, is what I think.
Yeah, I don't know that is an Olympic competition. But
tomahawk throwing.
Yeah.
Irving
So-
Berlin wrote that, and Ethel Merman.
Yeah, and
Sang it.
Robin, you skipped over a song. I had the wrong title up, and our audience is on top of things. They immediately let me know that. But I also just want to point out that you skipped.
Which one? Which
Sit
number?
down, you're rocking the boat. You skipped.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, I'll do that now. I was so excited. Sorry, Larry.
It's not my fault.
Speaking of boats, we were in boats
We were in kayaks and in canoes.
and canoes, and we watched the Olympics. On the Olympics, row your boat stuff going on. Man, those guys are fast, right? Incredibly fast. I don't really understand what the person does in the front who's like screaming, row. I mean, I don't get it. He's like the conductor.
Kind of.
So
Kinda,
if
sorta.
the boat's not going straight, he knows to this side needs a little more energy than this side or something.
It's for the
like
rhythm.
that. But
Get
do
them
they
into
hear
rhythm.
him? How do they hear him?
Oh, they hear him.
Really?
It's the coxswain.
He's like screaming.
See,
in the
I'm a
boat.
coxswain, but it's the coxswain.
That's what it's called?
Yeah.
How do you know those things? All right, I didn't know that.
It's physics.
It's physics.
It's going to be my new answer for everything. It's physics.
All right, this one is going to be a lot of fun to play. And
So now this Facebook audience, they're all calling me the Axe Man.
the Axeman.
The Axe Man.
Tomahawk Larry.
Yeah.
So, Lair,
Yes. That's me.
there is baseball in the Olympics. Baseball is my favorite sport. I'm a Mets fan.
And we are friends with a baseball player at the Olympics. How about that?
We know a baseball player who's
Pitcher.
in the Olympics.
Yep.
Crazy. I think he's the oldest player in baseball in the Olympics. He's 42. And he got to pitch yesterday in the sixth inning. It was the U.S. against Israel, and U.S. won. He's on the Israeli team, and they just got clobbered. We all knew they would, but he's at the Olympics, which is pretty cool. And his day job is entertainment, booking shows at the city. Is it City Winery?
He oversees all of the bookings at all the city wineries, and
In Atlanta, Philly.
we've known him
DC.
for a long time.
Yes.
Long time.
Yes.
And
So
we've
I
also
bonded
known
with
him
him
as a
over
baseball
baseball,
player. Yeah, we've known him as a baseball player, but
Yeah,
we've
he was in the New York Times. There was like
Yeah.
how they got to the Olympics. It was
Yeah.
just hilarious. So this next one is the baseball game. I love baseball. Larry, you have a photo there of me when I'm little?
that I can do.
Yeah, that he can do. So Larry's going to show you a photo of me. I think I'm about 3 years old in this picture. My dad's teaching me how to hit a ball. And my dad
There we
was
go.
played baseball. He was a left-handed pitcher in the minors, in the minor leagues. And this is Irvington, New Jersey. And what's funny to me about this particular photo is that I'm left-handed when I play baseball. I mean, I could hit lefty or righty, but he wasn't sure what I was. Got my butt sticking out.
That's
some
the
kind
only
of
thing
alley.
that's funny about that photo.
What?
There's a lot of things funny
A
about
lot
that
of things
photos.
funny. And it looks like I'm batting righty, although I now prefer to bat lefty. And then show him the other picture, Atlantic Theater Company. I was on their team as the pitcher. And I see the glove is in my right hand, which means I was throwing lefty. But now I prefer to throw righty. I think that's pretty funny, too. David Mamet bought us these uniforms.
Don't mess with Robin when she's playing softball.
David Mamet bought us these uniforms, and he wanted them to be like this traditional kind of uniform, and they were heavy wool flannel, like they used to wear in the old days. And we were playing softball in the summers in Vermont. Those uniforms were mighty hot. Wasn't wearing the uniform there. I guess that was a practice. Anyway, here is the baseball game from You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. And this one gets me all the time. Charlie Brown is writing to his pen pal about how he screwed up in the baseball game. You know, they were one run away from winning the championships, and of course he screws it up. And he's writing to his pen pal. The baseball game. in the revival of this, which I saw on Broadway, Ben Platt was Charlie Brown, and my friend Alana Levine played Lucy. And some of these lyrics are they're just priceless. He says, "You will never guess what happened today at the baseball game. It's hard to believe what happened today at the baseball game. I was the manager, Schroeder was catcher, all the team was the same as always, but somehow or other, disaster struck at the baseball game." And he goes on of what happened. And he says, "Snoopy helped out by biting a runner and catching the ball with his teeth. Linus caught flies from a third-story window by holding his blanket beneath." It's just so sweet. Poor Charlie Brown. Oh, yes. So, yes, Fran says he's in left-handed and hitting right-handed. I also hold right-handed. Yeah, I'm a bit of everything. I don't know. I play golf. I don't really play golf, but, miniature golf. I'm going to do that left-handed. And if I sweep, either way, eating, no preference, left-handed, right-handed. I play the piano left-handed and right-handed, too. Maybe that has something to do with it.
You're an ambidextrous
I'm
piano,
ambi.
an ambidextrous
You are lefty
piano player.
all the way. My dad was lefty, and your mom is lefty, right? Correct?
My mother is left-handed.
Left.
Correct.
Lefty.
I am left-handed. That's correct.
The Olympics.
However, I play guitar right-handed.
Is that because your teacher did that, taught you that way?
I
think that happens to a lot of people.
Left-handed guitars are hard to come by. That's
Is
the
it
real
actually
reason.
different? Oh, it's the way it's cut out.
Yeah, most guitars are right-handed. There are left-handed guitars, but
Well, I noticed when Dala plays, right? One of them plays left.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's okay because my left hand is the fret hand anyway, so it's
It
all
works
good.
out.
It's all good.
It works out. So what do I have next? In the good old summertime. I love the
Summertime Olympics. Yeah,
Yes.
there's Winter Olympics too.
I know, but
there are Winter
this
Olympics.
we're celebrating summer.
We're celebrating your gold medal. That's what we're celebrating.
I've never worn it.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do with this anyway? They send this to you. You want a prize.
Because there was no podium when you received
Yeah,
that.
there was
That's
no
the reason you
podium.
didn't wear it.
There was no pomp or circumstance. It just came in the mail. So I didn't know what to do with it. I stuck it in a box. But I took it out for tonight's live stream. It's the first time I'm wearing it. It's kind of heavy.
Did you check to make sure it's real gold? There you go. So Linda's here, Robin, and we just want to shout out to her. Congratulations on her daughter's engagement. It's big. And Linda, if she hasn't picked a song for
someone's getting married, that's wonderful news.
Robin does have a song called "Wedding on the Mountain." Just saying.
Just saying. People are getting married to it.
Yeah. So
we also get married a lot to the canon and D that I do. So when I was playing Good Old Summertime, I had to really think about it because I recorded that with cello and fiddle, right?
Right.
For Sea to Shining Sea, Tapestry of American Music. And several times in this piece, I was just playing my part, which was like... and the fiddle was da-da-da-da-da. It's like, oh my goodness, I have to play all the parts now. This one, talking about silver and gold. There's not a lot of songs about bronze.
No.
No one really cares about third place, and no one cares about fourth place. I just want to tell these Olympians, they are Olympians. They're in the Olympics. It's a really, 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 really big deal.
Kind of like us just being here. It's a big deal.
Just being here. I feel bad for the people.
Just being on the live stream tonight,
being
folks.
On the live stream, we're doing it.
Just the fact that we're sending you a signal, that's a big deal.
Larry, don't you feel bad for the people in fourth place?
No, I don't.
I totally do.
I feel bad for the entire Olympics this year.
Yeah.
It's 2020 and it's now 2021. That's really the shame.
There's no audience. There's no one really there cheering them on. They're kind of like not in the Olympic Village. They're not getting the whole experience.
These athletes, they work their entire lives to get to this point. And,
we're examining that as a society now about mental health and the pressure and what it means to go for the gold and the price.
Well, it's also, we refer to it as peaking, and all of these athletes had timed their peaks.
They had timed their peak for...
So it's kind of hard to redo that.
Yep.
And we're seeing that. We're seeing
and they're young.
Favorites
they're young.
Not winning because they weren't in the right place. But congratulations to all of them because it's
we
a
have
big
a hometown hero, Haley Flickinger.
Haley.
So congratulations to you, Haley. I know you follow. She follows me on Twitter.
She's not watching tonight.
She's not watching tonight. Yeah. She's in Tokyo, and she took home 2 medals for our county, York County. She's in the next town over, and she was in swimming competitions and won 2 bronze medals, I believe. It's pretty great.
The irony is that our other friend, who's an Olympian, she's a Winter Olympiad.
Yes,
but her name is Summer
Britcher. Her name is Summer Britcher, and she is in the luge competition.
Luge. Yeah, she likes to go fast. She loves going fast.
And you go super, super, super fast. And these Olympians, I guess we figured out that people can run a certain speed in a certain amount of time, or they can swim at a certain speed in a certain amount of time. So now it's microseconds, like they're winning in microseconds. They're all winning within the same second. They're all getting there, touching the wall within the same second. It's amazing. Anyway, I'm glad there is no Olympics for piano playing. That would be a lot of pressure. Although I did consider once entering into like a Guinness World Record thing where how long could you just play the piano without stopping?
Is that a thing? Do you know? Is that a Guinness
Somebody, I think, did it. You just play till you drop. Probably could do that.
You probably could.
I'm not gonna.
No, I do. I remember when we were first married and you were still working in New York, and you would come home and soak your arms.
I would soak my elbows in Epsom salt in the sink like that.
I do remember that.
Yeah. Silver threads and golden needles. Oh, you know what? I realize I haven't been using this. Let's see if I can
turn it on.
I don't know, I might need new batteries. No, it works. Okay. Electronic page turner. It was Linda Ronstadt who sang that, right? The silver threads,
Something like that.
golden needles. Silver. All right. Oh. Next one was right here in front of me. Whoops. How's everybody doing? Tell me what your favorite Olympic sport is. Have people been writing in what they like?
They have not.
They have not.
No, they have not.
What have you been watching, if you've been watching? Just wondering, just curious.
We're kind of happy that they're all here watching us instead of watching the Olympics.
You can always go on,
The replays.
the replays.
Yeah, and most of the stuff
Well, that was
is
a little
time.
bummed because I was actually following swimming and gymnastics, and then I'd wake up in the morning and got like alerts on my phone about who won what. I'm like, no, I didn't want to know that. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it's all time delayed because
Because it's tomorrow
it's
there.
tomorrow there. That's right. It's Saturday now there.
Yeah, I like gymnastics too. That's what Maria says. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It defies. Well, you say it's physics. Defies physics. They seem to defy gravity in those.
You could have played that song tonight.
Defying gravity.
Right.
Yes, it could have. That would have. There were
That's
a lot
right.
of songs that actually fit into the Olympic theme.
Mm-hmm.
I did my best one, but this is definitely a good one. Queen, Freddie Mercury. We are the champions. All right. I'm going to play it a little differently than the rock way.
So, pretty appropriate. We are running a piano bar as we've been doing for the last year and a half. And we have the monitors, the Olympics are on in the background with closed captioning, and people are listening to you. They're gathered around the bar. But yeah, people are watching with closed captioning and
why not?
Listening to us. And
why not? You
so
can
it's
multitask.
perfect.
You can watch the Olympics. You
have
can
a
be
drink.
at the piano bar. You can have a cocktail. I am having lemonade. It really is just lemonade. When we started this piano bar, every Friday night, Larry'd make me a cocktail. And, I just couldn't do it anymore. I'm a lightweight. Things started getting really silly and sloppy around here. So I rarely, maybe once a month, I have a cocktail at the piano bar. But I'm not judging. You go right ahead. Just don't forget to tip your bartender.
That's right. Tonight I'm having my Gatorade in honor of the. I did my bicycle ride this morning, so
yeah,
just making sure I'm staying hydrated.
Okay, so this is a good one for the Olympics. This is called Maybe This Time. Maybe this time I'll be lucky, right? Maybe this time I'll win. Well, I think it takes more than luck to win, but this would
Vicky
be a good
made
one.
a really good point. She said they're all the Olympians are champions, and it's kind of true because
they are the champions.
They had to beat someone to get to the Olympics.
Yeah, how did they get there? Exactly. Yeah. They've had to have won many things in order to get to that space. It's just that you have to do it correctly, perfectly in that moment to get the prize. But all of them are capable of doing it.
That's right.
Just not necessarily in that particular moment.
That's right.
Yeah. So this one comes a little story. It's a very short song, so I'm not going to play the whole beginning refrain. But this apparently, I believe this was written in 1883. And although I do not believe the trapeze are in the Olympics, within the circus, there is a lot of flying around. Pull this up. A lot of flying around happening in the Olympics. And this was originally published as the Flying Trapeze, but later the song was called The Daring Young Man on the Flying Trapeze, which is a phrase from the chorus of the song. And the song was inspired by the French trapeze artist. Are you ready for this? This is something I didn't know. His name was Jules Leotard. Who knew? That's what the leotard is named after. Jules Leotard was the man on the flying trapeze. He's the one responsible for all those danskin leotards I had to wear in ballet class. He is responsible for all of the leotards that we wore in the Jane Fonda workouts.
There's a big conversation right now. In fact,
about uniforms?
About uniforms and the difference between what the men wear and the women wear. And
the ladies have to wear bikini bottoms and the guys get to wear shorts.
Yeah,
I saw that they were
beach
fined.
Volleyball.
Yeah, the artist Pink, she said, I'll pay your fine for you. Anyway, it's coming to, a lot of things are coming to attention, but Jules Leotard, man, without him, I don't know, Capezio, Danskin, they wouldn't be in business. So I thought that was interesting. And this was written by Gaston Lyle, and it was first published in 1867. So Jules Leotard toured all of Europe with his trapeze act. He kind of got the trapeze thing going. And after that, Ringling Brothers and the Bailey Circus, Ringling Brothers had trapeze artists now for 150 years, So in the song, the man is he's kind of forlorn because his girlfriend has only her eyes on the man and the flying trapeze. How can he compete?
Must have been the leotard.
It must have been the leotard. All those men were jealous of you and your tomahawk throwing ability, Larry. You had all the ladies watching you. They're like, how come my husband can't throw the tomahawk like that? Her heart he has stolen away. He flies through the air with the greatest of ease, the daring young man on the flying trapeze. Well, he had to be a daring young man. I don't think they had the nets and stuff back then. He just put on this leotard and off he went.
Yeah.
I mean, really, he dreamed that up. He had a dream up wearing this leotard thing.
The costume.
This costume, and then putting a bar on a chain and swinging around on it. And people would pay money to watch him do it.
Go figure.
Physics. All of that glory for physics. All right, well, thought that'd be interesting. Oh, I wanted to share this with you. Karen, it's very heavy. I need 2 hands.
Don't drop it, Rob.
I'm not going to drop it. It's very beautiful. Unexpected gifts are the best. And it has a beautiful inscription inside. Kind of personal, so I'm not going to do it. It has a lot of flattering words on it. This is one of the most beautiful music boxes I've heard. Like, many of them just have that, like, tinny kind of sound. This one is quite musical. And if I can get it play for you.
You might have to hold it to the
Might
microphone.
help if I wound it up.
There you go. You've been playing with it too much.
Here we go. Can you hear it? And maybe they knew. I'm not sure. They must have known that I recorded this on my
Of course
album,
they knew.
Unchained Melody, and it was very well received. This "Speak Softly, Love" theme from The Godfather is very well received, especially in Asia, where it won some kind of prize in Hong Kong for audio.
The gold medal, perhaps?
It won a prize for like the way it was recorded. I don't know. So anyway, thank you. I wanted to share that with you folks. Let's see. Oh my gosh, look at the time. Let me get this stuff in.
The stuffing?
I better shut up and play here. I want to get some of these in. So of course, I'm going to play for you The Impossible Dream, because the Olympics is an impossible dream for so many hopefuls. And this is on, putting on the little chord chart here for the bridge. This is on my new album, and you can actually hear me play it on all the streaming services. It's like 140 of them. Mostly in this country, we listen to Apple Music, Amazon MP3, and Spotify. But of course, there's a million others. And Deezer, very popular in France, for example. And Gami, very popular in Saudi Arabia. So you can listen to that. I love this song so much. It sometimes makes me tear up just to play it. It's beautifully written about this quest that Don Quixote has to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause.
First release from Give My Regards to Broadway. The album will be released on August 20th. Can't wait for you all to hear the full album.
Yes, many of you have pre-ordered it, and we will be getting those out to you in time for release day. So you should get it on
release day.
August 20th.
August 20th. I just said that. August 20th.
You did.
I'm on top of things.
All right, well, we have to have a song or two that mentions losing, because people do lose. Although there are no losers in the Olympics. You're at the Olympics, you've won. But I wanted to play this song, and this has the word lose in it. Any way you look at it, you lose.
Plastics.
Classic song. Dustin Hoffman in the movie, right, with Anne Bancroft. Mrs. Robinson.
Plastics.
Plastics.
I believe that song is a fade out ending. My favorite. Composers who refuse to end songs.
Okay.
Okay. The Olympics. If you're just tuning in, some people are just
I actually think that last song, "The Winner Takes It All," was more about card playing, which is not in the Olympics. But okay.
it's
not
not about
sure.
card playing.
I don't know what it's about. What is it about?
It's about winning and losing in love, I think.
Okay.
The winner
just thought it
takes
was
it all,
about-
the loser has to fall.
I always
It's
thought it was
simple
about
in its
poker.
claim.
but
Why should I complain?
I don't know
But
why I
tell me,
was-
does she kiss the way I kiss you? Does it feel the same when she calls your name? Somewhere deep inside,
Was it used in a movie
I
or
think
something?
you
Why would I
miss
associate that
you.
with poker? I don't know.
I don't think it was about poker.
But it is true in the Olympics, the winner takes it all. Especially the gold
Well, they get all these
medalists.
fancy endorsements and
Right.
things, right? So when we were in Ireland, which was many moons ago, this was my big realization. You know, you don't realize how much you're affected by your environment, your Americanness, your American culture, really, until you go someplace else and you see a completely different point of view. So
Right.
it was early on in our marriage, 1997, before we had Valerie, right?
That's right.
And we went to Ireland, and it happened to have been an Olympic year. Now, why would it be an Olympic in 1997? Doesn't make
It
sense.
was. It was an Olympic year. You know, it may have been before
Oh, you know what? They started doing it now.
It was before they
changing summer and winter Olympics
Right.
every 2 years.
Right.
But it used to be just every 4, all of them at once.
Right.
Okay, so 1997, there was a Summer Olympics. Okay, that explains it. And, of course, we're watching it in Ireland. So you just see all the Irish teams. Right? If you watch the Olympics here, you would think that the only people in it are the Americans and maybe a few Russian people.
And the Chinese.
But what was really amazing watching it in Ireland is that not only did we see all the Irish teams, we saw all the hundreds of other teams.
That's
And
right.
what I had no idea, maybe you don't know either, but I'll tell you. They would have these swimming races, and for countries where there was no Olympic pool in the entire country, and at the Olympics, it was the first time that some of these swimmers were ever in an Olympic pool,
50-meter.
a 50-meter pool. And they were not going very fast, but everyone was cheering and screaming because it was fast for them. It was like their best, and they had nothing to train with. All right, those are the Olympics that I really want to see. I mean, I know excellence is great. Excellence is fantastic. But people being their best, which is we don't consider number one, that really got me. I was glued. And as you know, in Ireland, there are a lot of pubs, and you go and people play music in the pubs and drink and eat and meet. And they were showing the Olympics in these pubs, and everyone was just roaring, cheering on the underdogs.
That's right.
I loved it. So I want to play The Water is Wide because I'm sure that for that one guy from Somalia, the water was very wide for him, never having been in an Olympic pool before this race.
So, Stephen is saying that there wasn't an Olympics in 1997, Robin.
That there was not?
I think we went to Ireland in 1996, actually.
Okay, you're right, because 1995 we got married, so we went the next year, 1996.
Okay.
What would we do without you? Keep us on the path, So yeah,
It wouldn't have made sense. And Stephen's right. It wouldn't have made sense in 1997.
That would have made sense. 1997, Larry, in the summer, I was on tour because In the Arms of the Wind came out.
Okay. I don't remember that either, but I do remember going to Ireland, and I remember that it was 1996, not 1997.
96
so.
it is.
Okay. I also remember
for the
that
correction, sir.
I did most of the driving because we were on the wrong side of the road.
We were on a different side of the road, and I could not get used to that.
So, and I did most of the driving last week too. So.
Oh, so Teresa, I'm just seeing this now. That The Winner Takes It All was about a divorce in one of the ABBA couples. Look at the things that we learn on this live stream. I gave you information about the leotard and the trapeze, and I learned about ABBA. Why The Winner Takes It All.
And Stephen just reminded us, 1996 Olympics were in Atlanta. We were in Ireland.
Oh, yeah. We came
Atlanta.
home, and our friends went to the Olympics. They had really funny stories about going.
Yeah. That's right.
All right, we're winding up here. Soon, before you know it, the Olympics will just be a memory. So Larry, I'm going to go to the last one to end it. Susan says she likes to drive in the UK or in Europe because they follow the rules. I know. That is true. We don't follow rules in this country at all, and it's never more apparent than if you happen to have, the good fortune to travel overseas. Fortunately for me, the piano has given me like a passport to traveling a lot of places, and it's interesting to then notice, what makes us American, and it's we do have this reputation for like, well, just doing whatever we want. I was receiving those messages. Remember on the app, the Chinese app, this last year, they stopped writing me, but
you don't follow the rules.
they kept writing. My translator in China said, "Robin, will you please answer me why the Americans are not following the rules about the masks?" I could not respond because the answer is because people do what they want over here. Like, no one's paying a lot of attention. So thank you, Donna, and I'm glad to be back too. Wow. So, Stephen, I don't mind that you're passing me over to watch the Falcon Ridge Folk Festival. But, you can't, maybe you'll vary between the two. You could always watch me on the replay. And I'm going to end now with both sides now, because win or lose, it's still somehow, right? Love's illusions, I recall. I really don't know love at all. I really don't know life at all. I think a lot of these Olympians will be thinking about these moments for a long time to come. Good night, everyone. Carmel, take us home.
Hey, Carmel. Say goodnight to everybody. That's right. Good girl.